Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Sunday. This is Jacqueline Strazula. Unfortunately, my camera is not working right now, so I don't have any, you will not be able to see me. But you are joined today by your fellow coordinators, and we also have Todd Wingen. Todd is from Ashton Farms. Thank you so much, Todd, for joining us today. And then we also have Doug Mostrom. Doug is from M2, which is our magazine and our website platform company. So thank you so much to these guys for joining us today. We are going to start off with the Treats, Reads, and More part of the Ashton Farms part of the Treats, Reads, and More program. I will ask that everybody keep their phone muted. And if you have any questions or anything, you can type them in and I'll type as fast as I can to respond to you. And then we'll save a few minutes after the meeting to answer any other lingering questions. All right, Todd, it is all you.
Thank you, Jacqueline, and happy Sunday to you too. It's great to see everyone here on the Treats and Reads and More product program training. I'm going to start off, as Jacqueline said, with the products part of the section about Ashton Farms and the products for this year's program. As you see here, this is the high-tech facility in Wisconsin for Ashton Farms. The chocolate factory is not far away from there either. It's all about production of top quality products for your Girl Scout customers and also the safe handling of those items. 2021 represents the 25th anniversary for Ashton Farms, working with Girl Scout councils in partnership across the country. 2020 was an interesting one, as it was for most of us. Looking back, here is some information about Girl Scout results across the country. Most councils struggled, obviously, with the pandemic and any restrictions that were in place last year at this time. Participation was way down, about 35%, and that was a similar situation for Girl Scouts in the NYPENN Pathways Council area. The nut card part, or the in-person part of your program in the rest of the country, was down by about 50% or 48% exactly. That also was a situation for your area. Girl Scouts overall had a sales decrease of about 15%. The real good news for NYPENN is that your sales increased actually by 8% over 2019. So that would have been certainly a good result in a normal year, but a remarkable result in a year with all of the challenges that were faced. A big part of the success was that the per girl average was way up. So the girls that were engaged and involved in the sale last year really rocked. They were up 56% on average over their sales, or the average from the 2019 program. The online Girl Delivered, where customers can order with a credit card and have the girls deliver, went crazy. That was up 259%. So an unbelievable jump in that area that helped for your overall success. Now, if we look at coordinators and their service units specifically, everyone did a great job, and it really was an amazing year for the council and for the girls and troops that were involved. But just a shout out here to service units that had just an amazing percentage sales increase over the previous season. Service Unit 102, Teresa Aguilar. Terry's been doing it for a long time. I had to verify this math a couple of times. 464% increase. Service Unit 319, Monica, 410% up. 117 was Jamie, 164% increase. Bethany from 415 was up 147%, amazing. Kirith from 116 was up 120%. And then Christine Rogers from 232 and her team, 112% increase. Bradley from 431 up 103. Angela, Service Unit 316, up still over 100% at 102% increase. Cheryl Bowers from 444, 91% sales increase, and Heather from Service Unit 432, an 89% increase. So congratulations to everyone, but a special round of applause and kudos to these particular coordinators and their girls that really did an outstanding and amazing job. Not to put you on the spot after recognizing you, but if you would please at least give us one good idea or one thing that maybe you could point to for what went really well for you this year during a difficult time, and put it in the chat. Post that as a suggestion, and maybe others can gain some advantage from it as well. Maybe it was utilizing the communications tools within M2 for reminders, or somehow you distributed your materials in a different way to be creative and get that information out to your troops when they needed it. So thank you for posting in the chat. Now, moving on, there are two primary ways for girls to participate in the Treats and Reads and More, and that's in person and online. So the in-person sales would be with the Nut and Candy order card, and this would be the direct selling in face-to-face with family and friends by the girl. There are also online opportunities for girls and for customers to support. The online Girl Delivered, which we mentioned, we'll talk about more, and the direct ship. So this is where the girls can reach customers with an email and offer to the potential customers, or also share their link to their online Girl Scout store so customers can support that way. Now, looking back specifically at the product rankings, on the left side of your screen now, you see the top sellers for the in-person order card and the online Girl Delivered. Peanut Butter Bears, no surprise, all the way up at #1, followed by the Owls and the Clusters and the Caramel Caps. The Peanut Butter Trail Mix was a new one last year, you may recall, and it's in a stand-up resealable bag, but it's a really great mix. And from Ashton Farm's standpoint, it was one of the best product introductions that we've had. So it really was very good performer across the board. So, and of course, it did well, very well here at NYPENN too. On the right-hand side of the screen are your top sellers for the direct shipped, where the customers were ordering from the larger list of options, and Peanut Butter Bears right up at #1. But look here, the share program, or the donation, skyrocketed right up to the second in line as a top seller. So customers were able to support the troops and the girls by making a donation to the military, and it still counted for credit for the girls and the troops. As a matter of fact, your online direct shipped category went up by 75%. So definitely a major and contributing factor to the overall sales results. Now, this is the actual NYPENN Pathways order card, or image of the order card for this year. So as always, it's a great selection of items with great variety and great value, ranging in price from $6 to $10 is certainly a really good price point for holiday gifts. You've got the tins, you've got the other items, and really anything offered here would make a great teacher gift or neighbor gift or bus driver, however those could be ordered by customers and used, because the timing is ideal for delivery as they come out around the time of holiday gift giving. But we also have some new items that we'll review here shortly. The Care to Share donation is not new, but as you saw, it really did take off this past year. It's where customers make a $6 donation toward nuts to be donated or in support of the military through Operation Gratitude. Operation Gratitude is a great organization in partnership with Girl Scouts to distribute the products out to military families. Your Care to Share, specifically in your council area, increased again 26% up. So great result there. The products count for credit for the troops and the girls, as I mentioned, and there's even a special patch that can be earned and received by the girls for participation in that particular area. Now, each year we have new tins. The Girl Scout tin, which is the collectible option for customers to order, is a continuation of the Girl Scout uniforms theme that we started a couple of years ago. This year's tin is made in the USA, and it will be a rectangular tin. It will have the images of the junior and the brownie tins from the past 2 years, but we've also added a daisy and cadet uniform that will add to the collectability and interest in this particular tin. It'll be loaded once again with the mint treasures, the individually wrapped mint chocolates, and another great one for the Girl Scout collectors. The holiday gift tin is a very cute 2 bunnies in a holiday scene. Will be loaded with the chocolate covered pretzels for your Girl Scout order card, but it'll also be available with caramel treasures and deluxe pecan clusters for online ordering. So some good gift ideas there for your holiday tin. And speaking of great gifts, we have a new item this year in your lineup, and it's the dark chocolate peppermint pretzels. So it's really crunchy, salted pretzels coated with a rich dark chocolate and sprinkled with little mini peppermint pieces. It's in a stand-up, very decorative and bright and colorful holiday gift bag. So again, a really nice one for gift giving for folks to order. You've got a lot of good chocolate pretzel fans, so I think this one is going to really be a popular addition. A new one that we've added, and it's a boxed chocolate, is English butter toffee.
Oh,
English butter toffee is actually across the board for Girl Scouts the #1 product for our direct shipped category. So when the team with Ray and Jacqueline and Sandy did the analysis of what to do with the lineup for you this year, they chose to give this one an opportunity as one of your products in the nut card in the online Girl Delivered. It's handcrafted toffee made with pure Wisconsin butter and sugar, warmed up to the proper temperature in a large cauldron, and then cooled on a table. It's almost like a handcrafted chocolate that you'd find in a smaller production facility. And then it's drenched and coated in milk chocolate, and it will be offered in a box. Now, these next options that I'm going to explain to you will be additions to the Girl Scout online store. So they're available, they're new, but they're available for the direct shipped opportunity. Milk chocolate caramel apples, which will be interesting to see how this one does for your online store. It's milk chocolate shaped apples. And the caramel center actually has an apple flavor. And it's been suggested that we should have a caution on here because they're real gooey and they may have a tendency to be a drip on your chin. So pop it in your mouth all at one bite is the way I like to do it. And it is a really delicious. Sweet and salty mix is in a pop top can. And this one is called sweet and salty because it's a combination of honey roasted and salted nuts. In addition to the nuts, we've got honey sesame sticks and salted pretzels. The Ruby Medley is really an interesting product. Again, on the online store, available in a pop top can. The Ruby Medley features ruby chocolate. And ruby chocolate is considered the 4th chocolate behind milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate. It's lesser known in the US than it is in other parts of the world right now, but it's made from cocoa. And the main difference is the taste is a little tangy or citrusy, I guess I would say, and it's pink in color. So definitely unique and might be interesting for the girls from a product knowledge standpoint to learn about this, but really a great combination when you add almonds, dark chocolate mini cups, cherries, cranberries, and hazelnuts. We've also added a nut and seed blend. This is a healthy option, I guess you would say, and featured in a large jar, similar to the honey roasted mixed nuts. And it's got seeds, which are a trending up snack option. And in addition, we've got peanuts, cashews, almonds, and cranberries. So that's regarding your online possibility and options for girls and customers. Let's first talk for a minute about the online Girl Delivered. This is where the customer, the potential customer, again, receives the offer via an email from the Girl Scout or a link to the Girl Scout store, and they can pay with a credit card. So it makes it super convenient. They will be limited here to the options that are available on the Nut and Candy order card, the actual in-person order card. However, the products will be delivered by the girl, so there's no shipping charge. It makes it a great advantage for the customer to be able to pay online, order online, which is easy, and then have the products delivered to them. The girls obviously would receive these products through the troop and then be delivered out with all of their other in-person orders that they've taken through the order card. The order card sales need to be entered into the M2 system, and you'll hear more specifics from Doug about this and where that happens. Or there's no way for those to be acknowledged within the system. On the other hand, the online girl delivered does not need to be entered. They will transfer automatically into M2 when that order is placed online by the customer. And next, let's take a look at the direct shipped ordering option. The customers, potential customers, receive the offer from an email sent by the girl. And also it could be by the link to the online Girl Scout store. They will again have the opportunity to pay with a credit card or debit card, but here the customer will be willing or need to be willing to pay for the shipping. It can be sent directly to their home or business within about a week, 5 to 7 days. Girls and troops get credit for these sales, of course, and there's an expanded list of options. So it's not just the 16 plus the donation opportunity on the online girl delivered. Here you've got 36 product choices to select from and have them shipped out direct. Here are some of those additional options. A boxed chocolate, that's a great one, is the almond butter cups. Some of the other snack mixes you can see here on the screen. We have some tins that are available with some higher end products like the jumbo cashews. Gourmet blend is mixed nuts and caramel corn. Mocha cups, if you aren't aware, and the cookies and cream are two unique boxed chocolate options that are strictly available on the online store. We will again have the Girl Scout tin from last year, the brownie tin with the mint treasures available for collectors that want to get another one or maybe didn't get a chance to order last year from the program. We have 24 of the total items are gluten-free. So customers with a gluten sensitivity or allergy can still order and have lots of options to choose from for their enjoyment. We've got the link here posted on the screen that can be accessed to determine all the ingredients for all the products available, as well as any allergens, so that folks can see exactly the items that they can order without any trouble. Here's the online direct shipped chart for rates. So good news here, it's very close to what it was last year. It's gone up a little bit, but only by about 1% versus last year. So although transportation costs, including fuel and packaging, has increased, due to the volume increases, we've been able to hold those rates very close to what they were last year. But as in the past, the rate that the customer pays is determined by the size of the shopping cart or how many items they order, and then the dollar amount of that order. It's pricey at the lower tier, but as you go up in size on the order, you get up to about $40 or so. It's reasonable for a good sized box of Girl Scout products to be shipped out direct. As far as the nut and candy delivery, you again will be responsible as the coordinator or someone that you have helping you within your town to receive all the products for your troops. We'll be using the same delivery agents as last year, and they will be in touch with you to confirm your schedule and time well in advance of that delivery happening. But just as in the past, please carefully count the items. You will again be receiving only the specific number of items that are sold by your troops. There won't be any rounding up to the full case necessary. Keep the product in a cool, dry location away from any danger of critters or hungry teenagers getting into them. Let your fall product troop managers know when and where you'd like for them to pick up the items. Prepare in advance using the reports in M2 so that you're ready when the troops come and you can make that process as quick and as easy as possible. Delivery will happen between the 16th and the 20th of November. You've probably seen that in your communications and materials. And whatever is determined to be the proper safety protocols, as we hope those will continue to improve, would please need to be followed, and you'll have more information on that as we get closer. And that is going to be it for me for now. And so I will hang in there till the end if there are other questions that come up. And at this time, I will hand it over to Doug to go over the ease and simplicity of the M2 operating system, as well as some great ways for girls to generate more orders that will really help continue in the growth direction that you're headed in.
Thank you very much, Todd. And thank you very much, Jacqueline, for allowing me to be a part of your Sunday morning. It is really difficult to sit here after skipping Sunday brunch and see pictures of English butter toffee and caramel apple flavored caramel apples, all those different things that are making my stomach just want to consume all those yummy products. Great job, Todd. It is great to be with all of you this morning. I appreciate, again, being included. It is our second year together. Last year, as Todd mentioned, was the first year that we worked with M2 Media, and M2 Media partnered with Girl Scouts and NYPENN and all of you. It was a fantastic year. Also, as Todd mentioned, where the average council was down in sales, but not at NYPENN Pathways. You were up 8%. Magazines, which is the product that we supply, as well as the online platform, magazines were up 9%. So we're really, really happy with how things went last year. And basically, before I go much further, it's a big thank you to you, because you made it happen. You reached out to those troops. The troops reached out to the girls. You managed the entire program from the online portal, most of it. And it was a new portal to you. So congratulations on being able to quickly learn our system last year and embrace it, as well as utilize it for the success that you created in the program. Before I go too much further into the enhancements for this year, I do want to point out the fact that, you know what, this isn't just about those yummy nuts and chocolates and about magazine subscriptions. It's a lot about what the girl learns from this program. And just to give you a reminder, because it's important when you're talking to parents, when you're talking to your friends, when you're talking to people in the neighborhood, schools, wherever you're talking to people about product program, it's important to let them understand why we actually do this, why Girl Scouts and NYPENN does this. It's because the programmatic part of it. It's what girls learn. They learn, according to the big survey we did a couple years ago of all the volunteers around the country. The volunteers told us girls learn responsibility, accountability. They learn technology, email marketing. They learn how to do customer service, how to say please and thank you, setting goals. And perhaps from my perspective, one of the most important things they learn is they build their self-esteem. The system is so easy. The products are so good. All the girl needs to do is participate and she will be successful. And therefore building her self-esteem, her confidence, and she's learning how to overcome rejection, because not everybody makes a purchase. We all know what it's like selling cookies when people are walking in and out of the grocery stores at those booths. Not everybody stops and makes a purchase. So the girls learn how to overcome rejection, budgeting, money management, getting out of their comfort zone, so many more things. And the troops, how do the troops benefit from this? All the proceeds that are earned during this program, the troops use, and the volunteers told us, that money gets spent on things like camping, social engagements, badge ceremonies, travel to DC, Savannah, New York City, NASA. Some troops are going overseas. Some girls are going overseas, and so many more really cool things. Maybe it's just as simple as, let's get a whole bunch of supplies and sleep out under the stars together. So there's a lot of different great activities and experiences that these girls benefit from with the proceeds that the troop earns. Lots of great stories. And the troops, volunteers told us, actually give back to the community too with some of the money. They'll take some money and they'll adopt a family for the holidays, buying gifts for kids that otherwise wouldn't be able to open gifts on the holiday morning. They will make dinners, meals, take them to the hometown heroes, to the firehouse, to the police station, or invite the hometown heroes in to have a meal with them. They'll go to various stores as a troop and buy items for customers. Hey, congratulations, today's your day. All those items you have in your shopping cart, we, the Girl Scouts of NYPENN, would like to buy those for you. And they make somebody's day super special. And sometimes they stumble across a customer that's just having a horrible day. And wow, how that really affects that person. Like an angel just came down from the heavens and bought their items when they were struggling. So really cool things happen and great stories are told from all the participation and all the proceeds that are earned during these programs. So again, it's not just about magazines, nuts, and chocolates. It's about all that I just mentioned. Girl Scouts USA, they are able to, through these programs, create financial assistance for those in need, support volunteer support, camps, girl programs, and in general, create a program where the girls' participation allows them to learn and work together as a team and build all of these incredible skills that they will benefit from later on in life, providing them the opportunity to give back to the community as well. So please understand that you being here today, you signing up to be a volunteer in the first place, you're the ones that are facilitating this largest girl-led entrepreneurial program anywhere in the world. Did you hear that? It's the largest girl-led entrepreneurial program anywhere in the world, and you're part of it, and you're making it happen. You're assisting these girls in earning all of these funds that result in really cool experiences, girl-led adventures, and service opportunities. And you're providing them the opportunity to not only learn all these things that I just mentioned and more, but you're also indirectly affecting other girls when the Girl Scouts share those skills with their friends in school, in the neighborhood, and the different activities that they participate in. Long story short, all the stories that come out of all these different experiences, please continue to be an ambassador for Girl Scouts and talk about those stories, because the more you talk about them, the more involvement, the more support that is generated, thus resulting in more and more experiences and development for these girls. So our penguin, or our mascot for the year is the Emperor Penguin. Beautiful adult penguins with unbelievably beautiful markings on them when they grow up. Let me tell you a little bit about the Emperor Penguin. Why would I want to tell you about these? Because what we have found out in the previous years is the more I tell you, the more the information gets down to the girl. And the more the girl learns about the actual mascot, the animal for the year, the more they fall in love with it and say, how do I get a plush animal of the Emperor Penguin, for instance? I got to participate in Fall Product Program, the Treats and Reads program. So they want to earn that and they will participate. The M2 system, it creates a really easy opportunity for them to earn these penguins. I'll go into some statistics about every girl that participated last year and how easy it was. But first, let me tell you some interesting facts about the penguin, because we hope that you pass that along to your girls. First of all, there's over about 600,000 of them that live down in Antarctica, and they can weather temperatures of minus 76 degrees below zero and blizzard winds of 124 miles an hour. They have 4 sets of feathers that allows them to do that. They huddle together in huge, massive groups of 5,000 or more penguins so that they can keep warm together and change position within that huddle, so that once they get warm, they move to the outside and let their friends and their family members get to the inside. They can grow up to 39 inches tall and 88 pounds. Imagine a bird that big standing right next to you. They can dive in the water. We had a chairman of the board the other day who was really into penguins for another council jump on the call. And he told us that what he learned is that before they all jump in the water and go fishing, there's one who takes it for the team. He or she jumps in the water, looks around, makes sure that there's no whales or seals or predatory animals around before all the others follow suit and jump in and then start fishing. They can dive down to almost 1,900 feet, staying underwater for up to 20 minutes, a little bit more. And they waddle up to 75 miles a year. Really cool, fun facts that, and there's a lot more. YouTube these, watch videos about these. They scurry along on the ice on their bellies quite often. They are just really fun to watch. So our prize program, the rewards that are available are also thematic. They have a lot to do with the penguin as well and the different things going on with Antarctica. There's some great patches to earn, that has some theme related oars and boats. So for the Supercellar Mags patch, there's also a set of 3 patches, which I'll show you in a second, as they all put together. But you can earn a patch in this program without selling even one item. Why is that? Because the online program, if a girl spends 7 to 10 minutes just creating her online program, and it's a really fun experience, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit, but it only takes 7 to 10 minutes. Last year, here's an important stat. Last year, every girl that created her online program generated an average of $238 in sales, just in online sales. That's in addition to all of our order card sales, and it only took 7 to 10 minutes. Sign me up every day of the week if you could show me how to earn $240 in sales with only 7 minutes worth of work. I'm in. But the girls can do that. They sign up for their online campaign and they'll earn a patch. It's the iceberg patch right there. That'll automatically be given to them by creating their online campaign with 18 or more email addresses of family and friends. And then when they get up to $125 in sales, they earn the 2021 patch. And then when they sell just 10 sweet and treat items, they will earn the Rise Up patch. I'll show you what those look like when they're all put together. But really cool rewards that are available. We try to get high quality rewards. The sleeping bag, just to give you an idea, because people always ask, well, how big is a sleeping bag? I'm 6 feet tall and weigh a little bit more than I should. And I fit in that sleeping bag very easily. So that gives you an idea that if I can fit in the sleeping bag, the girls can definitely fit in the sleeping bag. There's also a cool waterproofed Bluetooth speaker. It's called the shower speaker. What is it? It's a waterproof Bluetooth capable speaker with a suction cup on it. And you actually stick it to the side of the shower or on the window of the car. And the girls pair the speaker with their phone and listen to the music. And then if the phone rings while they're listening to their music, there's actually a button on the speaker they press and they can carry on their conversations right through the speaker if they'd like. Lots of really neat things available through the reward program on the back of the order card, and all the rewards are housed in the online system, which I'll show you again in a little bit. There's, in addition to all the rewards on the back of the order card, there's 5 of these major size 44-inch tall, extra large giant penguins that are going to be given away throughout the program. We're going to be doing 5 drawings. The first 2 that I want to just point out, and then you'll have to keep an eye out for all the details on all the drawings. But how easy is it to win a penguin? Oh, all you got to do, first of all, for drawing number 1 is launch your online campaign with 18 or more email addresses between the times of September 28th and October 3rd. That's not very hard. September 28th is the first day of the program. All you got to do is spend 7 to 10 minutes and boom, you are entered into that drawing, which will take place on Monday, October 4th. Another drawing that's taking place is all the girls that sell 10 plus sweet support items. That's through the Care to Share program that Todd mentioned. All the girls that sell at least 10 of those between September 28th and November 9th are entered into this drawing. That drawing will actually take place on November 16th. And there'll be 3 more drawings right in between all of those where you're going to want to keep your eye out and make sure all the girls keep their eyes out for how to get into a drawing for one of these 44-inch tall, extra large giant penguins. More patches available. As I mentioned, it's all on the back of the order card. It's all in the online portal where everything is spelled out with what the reward is, what the patch is, and what the criteria is to earn those. If they earn all 3 of those patches, remember, they can get the iceberg patch just by building their online campaign with 18 or more email addresses. And then the other 2 patches, if they get all 3 of them, look how neatly they fit together. Now, if they don't happen to earn all 3 of them, they still look wonderful standing by themselves. But if it were me, I'd want all 3 of those. But there's also this year, backed by popular demand, the avatar patch. Last year was the first year the girls could build their avatar and they had a ball doing it. And your numbers showed that a lot of girls really enjoyed it and they participated through the online program and as much as they could by using the order card as well. Well, guess what? Backed by popular demand is the avatar patch. So how do the girls earn the avatar patch this year? All they have to do is spend 7 to 10 minutes building their online campaign with 18 or more email addresses of friends and family. Then all they have to do is reach $300 in total sales. That's online sales and order card sales. And they have the ability to build the patch themselves. And once they do and put in their mailing address and they've earned it, the patch goes into production automatically and gets mailed directly to their home. So the girls, when they're building their patch, I'll show you the process that it takes, but they can pick from 2 different backgrounds, one with the icebreaker in the background and the other with the research dome in the background. And they can stay in their uniform, or they can choose to have their avatar in a pink snowsuit or a green snowsuit this year. So lots of fun building the avatar patch online and building it exactly the way they want it. There's a second avatar patch that is available again this year, and this is called the Cookie Crossover Patch. For those of you that don't remember the Cookie Crossover Patch from this year, what it is it's a patch they can earn by participating in both the Treats and Reads program and the Cookie program. All they need to do to meet the Treats and Reads program in the fall is to launch their online program with 18 or more email addresses. All the girls that do that will get an email after the program. Doesn't matter if they sold anything or not. They'll get an email right after the program congratulating them on their participation in the Treats and Reads program and letting them know they've reached and met the criteria for the fall season. Now all they need to do to earn this patch, and there'll be a picture of it in the email, is to send 18 emails through digital online order card and sell 60 total packages of cookies. And then they will be able to earn that patch, which will be mailed directly to their house as well. Todd mentioned the donations, the care to share, and how girls can have their customers either on the order card or online donate money so that the yummy Ashton nut and chocolate items will be delivered to Operation Gratitude. There's another way that customers can also donate, and that's through the magazine storefront this year. Brand new for 2021. Customers can donate $20 online, and they can add it to their order card, or they can add it to their shopping cart along with all their other magazine subscriptions. And when they do, for $20, a voucher will be sent to the council office at the end of the program for every customer that donates $20 for a magazine subscription. The council will then donate those vouchers to the local children's hospitals in the area so that they can pick the magazine subscriptions that they would like to be available to the parents that come in with their children and are in the waiting room waiting for their child to be treated. The troop proceeds, these were mentioned as well, but they are one of the highest in the country. Listen to this. This is how the troop proceeds work this year. A little bit of a change. So troops that have total sales of between $1 and $274 will earn a total of 15% on all gross sales. If the troop gets $275 or more, those proceeds jump all the way up to 20% of all troop sales. And then juniors and up, if you decide as a group unanimously to opt out of receiving rewards for the Treats and Reads program, you'll receive an additional 5%. So troops can get all the way up to 25% of all gross sales by participating in the Treats and Reads program, which is amazing. It is the highest in the country to get 25%. So we talked about the couple ways to participate. Todd mentioned that using the order card or going online. And within the online system, there's actually a third way to participate, and that is sharing your storefront on social media, or a new feature this year, girls can share it via text messaging. I'll point all those out to you as we move forward. Our online system that you used for the very first time last year and the girls benefited from as well, we built it in order to create a much better shopping experience for the customers so that more potential customers will be converted to customers. We built it so that the girls can be motivated and engaged and want to participate in fall product program. Again, it only takes 7 to 10 minutes to build an online campaign. And it's actually a lot of fun to do it because one of the 4 steps is building your avatar and then putting your voice to the avatar. And we also built the system in order to hopefully make it easier for you so that you could spend more of your time doing meaningful things with the girls rather than having to worry about tallying this and worrying about who gets what prize and who makes choices for this or that. It's all built in the system to make your job and the troop leader's job even easier so that, again, the girls can benefit from your time being spent doing more meaningful and fun things. In our online experience for the customers, I mentioned we're trying to convert as many potential customers into customers so that this program continues to be successful. How do we do that? Well, first of all, by offering the credit card purchasing. Everybody knows that when you use your credit card to make purchases, what happens? You buy more than you would using cash or checks. We also built into the system all the customers. Remember, I told you right at the beginning of this, you sold more magazines last year than you sold the previous year. Well, we built into the system for all those customers from last year. There's a one-click renewal system in our platform. So the customers that bought magazines last year, they can opt to renew all of those magazine subscriptions with one click of the button, where we auto-populate their shopping cart for them with the magazine title, the shipping address. They can edit any of those if they want to, but we want to make that shopping experience easy from every single year. So those customers, when they come back, they're like, oh, that was easy. Let me do this again. I got a few minutes, boom, and they're done. We also, as Todd mentioned, we build into the system the two different ways that customers can receive their nuts and chocolates. One is by ordering it girl delivered, where they don't have to pay for shipping and they get the items at the end of the program. Or so many last year ordered direct shipped, where they chose to pay for the shipping in order to get it 5 to 7 days after their purchase, and then have over 35 different items to choose from online. And all of those extra tins from last year and the previous years and all those yummy online exclusive items that Todd pointed out create a really great shopping experience for the customers. Now, the girls, when they spend those 7 to 10 minutes building their online platform, one of the 4 steps, besides building the avatar, is to put in email addresses of family and friends. A couple important statistics for you to understand. Girls that come back a second year in a row and they spend those same 7 to 10 minutes building the online platform this year, generate an average of 66% more in sales than they did the previous year. And they didn't do anything more to do it. So why is that? A, the customer had a great shopping experience last year. The customers from last year, their email addresses are already in the system waiting for the girl to register this year. Why is that? Because it makes sense. They bought last year, so let's go ahead and thank them this year. So they will get an email from the girl that our system builds on behalf of the girl saying, thank you for supporting me last year. Here are the items you bought last year. To auto renew those magazine subscriptions, just click here. So we thank those customers on behalf of the girl for being supportive. And of course, the customer had a great experience with all the products and the timing of those products being received at their house. And so they come back and want to be supportive again. The girls that put in new email addresses this year, the email goes out to those customers with the girl's avatar on it, just like it does the last year's customers. And it addresses the potential customers by name, talks about the program, and also provides the opportunity for the girl or for the customer to click here and listen to a special message that the avatar says to that customer in the girl's voice. I'll show you how that works. And then we simply provide the links to the magazine and the nut and chocolate storefronts. When the customers click on those links, these 2 storefronts open up respectively. The magazine storefront on the left and the nut and chocolate storefront on the right-hand side. And notice that what we do is we put the girl's avatar front and center on that storefront, along with a progress bar of how far along they are in relation to the goal that the girl set for themselves. Now, listen carefully, because this is a little trick, a good trick. Girls will typically reach their goal within the first weekend of the program because of how easy the online system works. Imagine a customer coming to a storefront and they see that the girls already reached their goal. What's going to happen? Human nature tells you that that customer will feel a little bit of sense of relief. Oh, thank goodness, she's already reached her goal. I don't have to buy as many items to be supportive. I want to be supportive, but she's already reached her goal. She's already going to New York City or Washington, D.C. or Savannah or wherever she's going. And so I don't have to buy as much. But if the girl pays close attention to her goal and keeps altering her goal, once she gets close to earning it, it will always give the impression to the potential customers that their purchase is making a big difference to that girl's overall success. Underneath the avatar, underneath the progress bar, is a paragraph that is built when the girl simply answers three questions during the registration process. That is, what does Girl Scouting mean to me? What is my goal? And what does a troop plan to do with the money? Now, when the customer clicks on the online nut and chocolate storefront, our system pops up a window right away. And this goes back to what Todd was saying. Do you want the items that you're about to buy in nuts and chocolates to be delivered to you by the girl after the program's over? Or do you prefer the convenience of Federal Express delivering these to you on your doorstep 5 to 7 days after you've made your purchase? Again, when they click the convenience of Federal Express delivering these, then they have over 35 different items that show up on their dashboard or their storefront in their store. If they choose just the girl delivery, then it will be all the items available on the order card only. So now let's talk about the online experience from the girls' perspective. The avatar was introduced last year, and again, took the council by storm, where the girls really enjoyed having their avatar, the ability to create their avatar. This year, that opportunity starts on September 28th. That's the first day that the girls and the parents can get into the system and build their online campaign again this year. So how does it work? All they need to do is go to gsnutsandmags.com/gsNYPENN on September 28th. When they type that into the URL, this landing page will appear on their computer, and they just need to click the register button for the first time. In the next 7 to 10 minutes, build their online campaign. And after they've launched that online campaign, every time they come back to that website, they will be able to just click the login button using that information. So let's say they click the register button, our system starts the clock ticking. All they need to do is put in their zip code and then the parent's first name, last name, and email address, and then create a password. That takes all of a few seconds, and then we get to the 4-step process of creating the online campaign. Step number 1, what is your troop? What is your name? And what does Girl Scouting mean to you? Confirm your goal, and then just in a couple words, tell us what your troop plans to do with the proceeds. Step number 2, create your avatar. Make that avatar look exactly as close to what you look like in the mirror, and then add your voice to the avatar. That takes just a couple minutes to do. And it can take all the way up to 20 minutes. If you're like my daughter, and when you're changing clothes in the morning, trying to find that perfect outfit, you can have a lot of fun with it. Or you can develop your avatar in just a few seconds. I'll show you that process in a little bit. Step 3 is the choice, the opportunity to enhance your website even more by uploading a photo of yourself or a video. If you have a video ready, to go ahead and maybe with a short little jingle or a short little speech to your potential customers, asking them to be supportive. If you don't have a video ready, no problem. You can skip over step number 3 and go to step number 4, which is putting in the email addresses of friends and family, and then launching your campaign. That's how easy it is. It takes less. A lot of people do it in less than 7 to 10 minutes. But once you launch your campaign, our system will provide you the opportunity to participate in the third way, and that is by sharing the storefronts that you just created via Facebook, Twitter, or brand new this year, via text messaging. So the girls, by clicking on any of these 3 links in the pop-up, I'd like to share my site via text messaging or apps, like to share it via Facebook, or I'd like to share it via Twitter. Last year, I'll let you know that 27% of all of our sales came from adults that clicked on the links that they saw on Facebook. So we fully expect that percentage to go up this year, now that we can use text messages as well. The potential customers will receive a text message or see the link on Facebook or Twitter, and they'll click on it. And after they click on it, a window will appear where they says, would you like to hear a special message from my avatar? Or would you like to shop on my nut and chocolate storefront or my magazine storefront? Last year, when they shared via Facebook, they had to make a choice. I want to share my nut and chocolate storefront, or I want to share my magazine storefront. No more do they have to make a choice. They just share the link, and then that link gets the customer to both storefronts. Very, very good enhancement that should generate even more sales this year. And then after every time they log back in, they land on their dashboard. I'm going to take you to the real live dashboard to show you some enhancements this year that I think you're really going to like. One of those enhancements is we took the personalized flyer and we changed it to a personalized door hanger. So the girls can download and print a door hanger customized for them. It has their avatar on it, their name on it, and then that paragraph that our system generates on behalf of the girl after she tells us what Girl Scouting means to her, what her goal is, and what the troop plans to do with the money. And look at the QR code. How many of us ever used a QR code before COVID started? Not me, I know that. Now I know how to use a QR code very easily with the camera on my phone. Or those that don't know how to access the QR code simply can type in the URL and then put in the girl's unique store code. So let me go ahead and show you a live storefront in a demo phase. So when I say demo, this is just a site that we have for demo purposes, for training purposes. It's not customized for anyone in any council in particular. Remember when I said the girl should monitor her goal? Well, right underneath her avatar is a link that says update my Girl Scout details. When she clicks on that, this is where she can go ahead and edit her goal. Maybe she put in $100 and she reached that goal within the first hour of launching her campaign. She can go back in here, type in $400 and then simply update. And that progress bar that appears on the storefronts will now show that, you know, her goal is $400 and she hasn't reached her goal. She can keep updating this every single day of the program if she wants to. She can also, while she's on the screen, opt out of receiving daily email summaries from the system every time that our system sends every time a customer makes a purchase. I would want to know when a customer makes a purchase, so I don't want to opt out of that myself. A couple other features. Parents can go ahead, once they create a campaign for one daughter and they get to the dashboard for that daughter, they can click on add another participant and simply build a campaign for their other daughter as well. And then manage those daughters by clicking on your Girl Scouts and then simply choosing the dashboard for whichever daughter they want to look at. Now, Todd mentioned that the online system is where the girls and the parents will put all the results of their order card sales. So by simply clicking on the icon that says manage paper orders, this is where they're going to enter the total sales for each of the items on their order card. This, by putting in those total sales, it'll update all the rewards, it'll update total sales, it'll update the proceeds, it'll update every single thing associated with those sales in our system. But no products can be ordered for a particular girl unless she transfers the number of items sold on the order card into this site. What else can she do? After she's launched her campaign, if she clicks on the email icon, she will see all the email addresses that she put into the system when she registered the first place. At any time, she can add more contacts. So how do you add more contacts during the registration page or during after you've launched the campaign? You simply click on add more contacts and then click on the icon that relates to your mail system. I use Outlook. Look how easy this is. When I click on Outlook, our system grabs all the email addresses on my computer. I can deselect any ones that I don't want to add into the system, but with one click of the button, I can add, in this case, 323 email addresses just like that. I don't have to type them in. I don't have to worry about typos, and then hit send. And those 323 people will be asked to support me. It is that simple. And then I can see all the email addresses I put in and what's happened to those email addresses. Have they been opened? Have they been sent? Have they been delivered? If I see a blue one, that means that that particular customer made a purchase from me. At any time, I can update or edit the email address if the email address was incorrect and the emails never went out to that specific person. Then I can hit resend. Now, a new feature that we built into the system this year, where girls can opt out of a particular person to receive girl delivery option. What does that mean? Every email address that gets put into the system automatically has girl delivery turned on. So the customers will receive that as an option of how they want their items delivered to them. If a girl has, for instance, aunt and uncle up in Alaska, and aunt and uncle never come down to New York to visit, and the Girl Scout never goes up to Alaska to visit them, how are they going to get the products if it's girl delivery? They won't. So the girl can say, well, my aunt and uncle are an exception, so I don't want them to be able to order girl delivery, and then I get stuck with the items. Now, be careful when you do that, because some aunts and uncles up in Alaska will buy it girl delivery so they don't have to pay for shipping and give it as a gift to that girl. Say, you know what, congratulations for doing this. Yes, I can't enjoy the products up here, free of shipping, but I want to buy them and I'll have them delivered to you. You enjoy them. So be careful of turning that off for customers without necessarily knowing what their full intention is. There's lots of different reports that are available to you, to the troop leader, to the girls. Every report in the system is very helpful. It can be downloaded, printed, and emailed. Just a ton of reports so you can get all the information. We build into the system business cards. The girl, all she needs to do is click on the icon saying business cards, and a business card with her avatar and her unique store code will show up on the screen for them to print out, cut up, and walk around with a stack of business cards and handing them out to different potential supporters at the soccer games or at the orthodontist office or at the doctor's office or wherever they go. Oh, you know what? Thank you for treating my strep throat. Will you please consider buying all of the magazines that I see over there on the table from me? Of course, they're going to want to do that. Now, they have the ability to create their avatar patch. You do too in the system. It's an interactive way to build your patch the way you want to. You can have your first name, your nickname, or your initials at the top of the patch. You can build it with the icebreaker in the background or the research dome in the background. And then you can change out of your uniform and put on either a pink snowsuit or a green snowsuit. And once you've built the patch exactly the way you want it, you lock it in and then make sure you provide your mailing address, because no patches after they've been earned can go into production until the mailing address is in the system. Now, our system is very intuitive. And if somebody earns the patch and we don't have their address, the system will remind them so that they can put it in there. And they can update their avatar. Now, when I click on update your avatar, this is the page that actually comes up as step number 2 of the 7 to 10 minute registration process, where they have the fun of building their avatar. We have all the same features as in previous years. We've built more features into hairstyles. And also, I want to point out all the clothing styles. There's about 300% more clothing options this year because GSUSA authorized a whole bunch more uniforms for this coming year and beyond. So the girl will be able to build their avatar in many, many, many different ways, more so than they could in previous years. From the tops to the bottoms, lots of different bottom choices. And we also look at the shoe options. And we said, you know what, let's go ahead and add slippers with the penguins on them. Then they can also accessorize themselves with lots of different sunglasses or bows or tiaras or sunglasses or regular glasses with bows, tiaras, all that. But remember I mentioned they can add their voice to the avatar. Here's a stat that happened last year. Girls who added their voice to the avatar actually generated 50% more in sales than girls who didn't. How easy is it to do? You hit the record button, allow our system to access the microphone in your computer. And then you either read from a sample script or you create your own samples or you create your own script. And when you're ready, you can click the record button. Hi, my name is Mandy. I'm a Girl Scout at NYPENN, and we're trying to earn enough money as a troop to get down to New York City to have really cool adventures. Will you please support me and my troop by buying magazines, nuts, and chocolates through the online storefronts that you see in the email I sent to you? Thank you very much. Now, something simple like that, the girl can re-record until she gets it perfect. And every time she records her message, our system will take that voice and match it up with the avatar so the customers will see this. Hi, my name is Mandy. I'm a Girl Scout at NYPENN, and we're trying to earn enough money as a troop to get down to New York City to have really cool adventures. Will you please? So you saw how easily I built my avatar and I added my voice in just under a minute or two. It's that easy. So lastly, I want to point out the avatar room, because this was another successful thing. Girls came to the avatar room last year an average of 4 times during the program to see all the digital rewards they earned, but they also clicked on the troop photo. Why did they click on the troop photo? Because they wanted to make sure their avatar was included in the troop photo, and they wanted to see the avatars of their friends. But even more importantly, based off a survey we did, they wanted to see the avatars of their troop leaders. So troop leaders who have been successful, they print out the troop photo every week before their meeting and they show it to the girls. And all the girls that don't have their avatar on the troop photo for that week, they will go ahead and say, hey, listen, if you want your avatar, all you need to do is spend 7 or 10 minutes online building your online campaign. And every girl that builds their online campaign will have their avatar show up in our troop photo. And please make sure you do it, because at the end of the program, I'm going to laminate these and give each one of you your own troop photo as a memento of our success as a troop. So great way to generate extra participation just by using that. And then you can share your site, you can build more Girl Scouts, manage those Girl Scouts, and see all of the physical rewards and the criteria it takes to earn those rewards. And then our system, when a girl earns a particular reward, it alerts her that she earned it, and it puts a banner that says earned across the reward. Now, if she reaches a level where there's a choice, it provides the radio buttons for her to make the choice. If she reaches that level and she doesn't make her choice right away, guess what our system does? It reminds her there's something else to do. Congratulations. And we send a positive email saying, congratulations, you've earned a reward. Now you get to go make a choice. And it points her right into the physical reward section of their dashboard. So lots of really neat things that we've added this year, from the uniform choices to the girl delivery option, to the door hangers, and so much more. So let's get into the nitty gritty, and then I will finish up and allow you to go and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Please make sure that all of the girls and the parents enter the orders themselves into the system. It makes all of our lives even easier. And the deadline for doing so is October 25th. Now, we did build in a couple extra days for the troop leaders and you to help out any parents who were unable to get their orders in themselves. Reports, I clicked on the link on the girls' dashboard. You have a link on your dashboard. The troop leaders have one. The reporting is second to none. All the types of information you need, whether it's a summary of your entire program or broken out by category, girl delivered, online, direct shipped, whatever it is, all those reports are available. You can download them, you can send them to each other, you can print them, whatever you'd like to do with all of those different reports. So let's talk about the system for you. You get in on the fun again this year by being able to create your own avatar. And that fun starts on September the 21st. Mark that in your calendars, because that's the day that by noon, you want to look in your inbox to see if you've received the invite email, because we schedule all the emails to go out at 10 o'clock in the morning, or start going out at 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you look in your inbox at noon and it's not there, double check your spam, double check your junk before you sound the alarm saying, oh, I didn't get my email, because more than likely it'll be in one of those three boxes: your inbox, your spam, or your junk folders. But when you open it up, you'll see a link in here, and make sure you mark that. If it landed in your spam or your junk, make sure you mark it as not spam. You'll see a link in there. You'll click on the link, and the first thing it's going to ask you to do is to create your own password. When you do, it'll then allow you to go ahead and create your own avatar, design your own patch, put in your email or put in your mailing address, and then you'll land on your dashboard. Now, for those of you that did this last year, or for those of you not familiar with all the different links on your dashboard, don't worry about it, because we put a training video right on your dashboard. You can click on it and within a few minutes understand every link, what it does, and how to utilize it, from the message link to the manage troops, girls, troops and Girl Scout link, to the manage admin users, the banking and payments, reports, all of those different links on your dashboard. One thing that you won't see right away is the delivery ticket link, which I will go over in a second. Now, the troop leaders received their welcome email on the same day, which is September 21st. Tell them to look for that email by noon as well. And if they don't find it, tell them where to look. But once they click on the link in the email, they too will be able to create their own password, and then they will be asked to watch a 7-minute training video, the same one that's available on your dashboard, so that they can receive all that instruction on how to utilize their dashboards. That cuts down on a lot of questions that come up to you and come up to the council members. After they watch that video, they too can create their avatar, design their patch, and then pay attention to this one, because this is a huge one. They get to activate the parent guardian email blast. What is that? All the email addresses of the parents are already loaded into the system for the troop leader. All they need to do is click the activate button, and on the first day of the program, that's September 28th, emails will leave our system on behalf of the troop leader, inviting all the parents to participate in the fall product program, or the treats and reads program. It'll have a link that'll get them right to that landing page, so they can sit with their daughter, create the avatar, put in the email addresses, and launch their campaign within the 7 to 10 minute period there. It is that easy. Last year, troops that activated the parent guardian email blast generated 100% more in sales than the troop leaders that didn't. And just like the girls, when they click on the parent guardian email blast link on their dashboard, they too will be able to see all the email addresses that are in the system. They can add more parent email addresses. They can correct parent email addresses, and they can see if parents opened those emails or not. And they can resend them too if they want to. There's a 74% open rate on all of those emails, which means it's a very effective feature in the system. We've actually used it as criteria for the troop leader earn the patch. I'll go over that in a second. The girl rewards are all in the system. You can see them, the troop leaders can see them, and the girls can see them. Everything's built in and managed from our online system. There's a link that says troop banking and payments. So the troop leaders, when they click on that, they can see all of their sales right away. They can see all the proceeds that they've earned to date. They can actually utilize what's called the girl payment feature and keep track of, without having to worry about Post-it notes or paper or anything like that. They can keep track of all their girl payments. We build that so that the troop leader can simply select the name of the Girl Scout from a drop-down menu and then put in the date that they received the payment, how much they received, and any notes associated with that. Was it cash? Was it check? What was the check number? So all of that information stays in our system, very easy to manage for the troop leader. And the reports, again, we want to make this so simple for everybody that we have all the reports you can imagine. The most sought after report in the system is called the summary report. When you click on the summary report tab, all the statistics for that role that they're managing shows up. How many girls are selling, how many avatars were created, how many photos were uploaded. And you can pass that information along to the girls saying, hey girls, we had 7 of you, but there's 15 of you in our troop. Let's get all the way up to 15. And you can see all that information. I mentioned before that when you first get in on the 21st of the month, you won't be able to see any delivery ticket link. That's because the delivery tickets haven't been generated. Once the rewards have been submitted or the product has been submitted, then and only then will the delivery ticket link appear on your dashboard and allow you to print delivery tickets. You can print those delivery tickets by girl, by troop, by service unit. You can print them with or without financials. So many different ways to do it. But the delivery tickets for the product will show up on Thursday, October 28th on your dashboard. And the volunteer patch. As a thank you to you for the role that you do as a service unit volunteer, all of us at M2 Media are going to give you a patch for free. Once you generate your very first dollar in sales for your service unit, your patch will go into production as long as you've created your avatar, created your patch in the system, and then provided your mailing address. Then your patch will automatically go into production right away and be sent to you through the mail. The troop leaders can earn their patch, by activating the parent guardian email blast. Again, troops that activated that last year generated 100% more in sales than troops that didn't. And then when the troop reaches $1,500 in sales, total sales, that's order card and online, they will be, their patch will go into production and then be mailed directly to them as well. So the important dates, take a picture of this if you'd like to, take a screenshot of this as you like to, or of course it's in all the materials that have been sent to you. But the program starts on September 28th and October 25th is the last day of in-person order taking. That's the last day also that the parents and the girls can get their order card orders typed into the system. You have troop leaders have one extra day to help out any parents that couldn't get it in by the 25th. And then you have one extra day beyond that to help any troop leaders, parents and girls that didn't get those orders in themselves. All online order taking will end. So even though the in-person order taking and the girl delivery option turns off on October 25th, we're going to leave the magazine storefront as well as the option for customers to buy direct shipped open all the way till November 9th. The ACH withdrawal will take place on November 16th, and the product will be delivered by the delivery agent to you between November 16th and November 20th. And lastly, I want to make sure that you understand there's a few things more to do after today. Try to schedule any troop trainings that you have. maybe schedule some kickoff events and help those girls get registered, help approve volunteers, in your service unit as they need to manage their fall product roles. But most importantly, I think from my perspective at least, is encourage the troop leaders to keep an eye out for that email on September 21st and activate the parent guardian email blast on that day or before the program starts, reminding them that the emails will leave the system on day number 1, which is September 28th, to the parents. So they only have to press one button to activate it. Just in general, emphasize how simple this program truly is. 7 to 10 minutes worth of work for the girl, and everything else is built into the system for you to watch and enjoy those numbers going up. Any questions from your parents, from your girls, from your customers, from your volunteers that you have on nuts, chocolates, magazines, rewards, dates, deliveries, anything like that, that anybody has a question on, they can go directly to our URL, which is support.gsnutsandmags.com, and fill out an online inquiry, or they can simply pick up the phone, call our team at the 800 number on the screen. And we have a huge team in Ohio waiting to answer any and every call that comes in from any of you. With that, I want to thank all of you for letting me take some of your Sunday to talk to you and remind you of all the really cool things that are going on this year in the Treats and Reads program. And once again, congratulate you for a wonderful year last year, and remind you that every single girl that participates this second year in a row generates an average of 66% more in sales than last year. Good luck, everybody. And I too will stay on with Todd and answer any questions that you all have.
Well, thank you so very much for all that information. It was just so informative. This is my second training with the team, and I even took notes down that I missed the first time going around. One thing I wanted to clarify, just Todd or Doug, I don't know who would this would go to, but the $20 magazine donation, does that qualify towards the Care to Share patch? I wanted to say that it does not. But
you know what? Let me clarify that. I apologize. I should have done that right from the get-go. It counts as a magazine order. It counts towards the rewards, but our system is not able to calculate it towards the Care to Share patch or the actual raffle for the extra large penguin. So it's only the nuts and chocolates that calculate towards Care to Share.
Perfect. And yes, the slides will be emailed out along with the recording of this. We do have the caregiver training coming up on September 22nd, which I'm really excited about. That link was emailed several times, and I'll email it out again. Please do remind and encourage all of your troops and your caregivers to sign up for that meeting. I think it's going to be incredibly informative. We are in really good hands with Todd and Doug. And I think they'll be able to answer a lot of questions that caregivers might have that you might not be able to answer. So definitely recommend that to your caregivers and to your leaders to sign up for that. Yes, there is a minimum amount for the opt-out rewards, and it would be at the $275 per girl average.
Jacqueline, I think you may have missed my question in the chat. Will parents not receive an email at all if leaders don't activate that email?
No, they will get the launch email. So when the troops sign in and launch it, if it's not launched, it'll automatically go out the day after the program starts. Is that correct, Doug?
Well, yes, it goes out on behalf of the council, not the troop leader. So the 74% open rate and the huge success with that is due in part mainly because it's coming from the troop leader, which parents will open up an email from the troop leader before they'll open up emails from, council or even us. So that's why the effectiveness is much better when the troop leader activates it. But all parents that do not get an email from a troop leader on day number 1 will get an email from the council on day number 2.
And sample product, there will not be sample product this year. It's just with how everything is going. I don't have sample product to give out to everybody. At the kickoffs that we had, we were giving out little bags of fruit slices to anybody that joined us for the kickoffs. But we don't have the product to go out this year. Any other questions? The opt-out form will be on our website once it's updated. That's still a work in progress. Booth sales, I can't answer that today. That will be a to be determined. I have to work with my team to figure out if that is something that we can offer this year. I would, Doug, I will ask you to chime in on this troop that has not received their patch. I mean, I would only recommend that they reach out to M2 directly, but do you have any other suggestions?
I don't, other than, let me put this back up there, because this team has all of the information about which girls earned it, where it is in production, if it was delivered. Now, we will get calls from customers where the patch was actually put into production, mailed directly to the girl, but lost somewhere. Either the post office didn't deliver it, or the girl missed it in the email and it got put in the trash. Our team will go ahead and regenerate that patch. So all you need to do is either reach out on either of these two ways to order a new patch or find out what's happened to their patch. Is that okay? Will that work for you?
That's perfect for me. I think we're gonna just do one more minute of questions. Hey, Penny, anything regarding cookie cupboards? We can talk about at a later time. We're just focusing on fall this season, but I can certainly talk to you about cookie related stuff at a later time. Ooh, Canadian credit cards. Canadian credit cards. I'm going to have to ask my team to chime in on that.
Can be used for this year in order. I think a credit card, mainly if it's something like a real bank, or a Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. It's kind of like how we can use a credit card overseas. Yes, they should be easily able to use any credit card to make their purchase. Nut delivery as well will be a little bit different. Delivery, Todd, maybe you know a little bit more about nuts and chocolates being delivered to Canada.
It is not possible to deliver to Canada for direct ship. It has to be within the US.
But their credit card should work if they're having it shipped to a US
Correct.
territory.
Correct.
Yes.
And Olga, I'm not sure what form you're referring to. There will be a JOT form for leaders and for coordinators to, like, an agreement for the program. Caregivers will have, I'm sorry, let me correct myself. I think I misspoke. Coordinators and leaders will have their separate JOT form that needs to be filled out as an agreement for the program. Caregivers will have that annual health history form, which is like a permission slip that you should have received in your materials, and that will need to be signed by every caregiver for the girl to participate. If a girl has a dual household, we do recommend that each household signs a separate form. All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna type in my email address, so if anybody doesn't have it, which I'm sure everybody does, but if anybody has any questions, please reach out to me. I'll answer you as fast as I possibly can. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Stay safe, have fun. This is a great program. I'm thrilled that we're getting ready to start this. It's my favorite program. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And have a wonderful weekend. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye, everybody.